Mr. Tabor, it's week 5.
Yes, sir.
So the vibe is very different from before. What's going on?
Well, basically, I'm in a different headspace, which of course is going to change the whole album, seeing as I do everything.
Yeah. Well, we saw you in the drum room too.
Well, I'm obviously working on Jerry's sounds and drums because he doesn't know jack about it. I have to work out all his parts.
Jerry's fired, right? Or he was
No, no,
never.
no. Well, he's never been a full member. You know, he gets paid if we make enough.
Right. But I've understood now that Jerry actually has never been the drummer of King's X. That's something people don't know. It's actually you.
Well, of course. I work out all the parts the best I can, and I try to make them sound just like Jerry, so that people will think it's him playing.
Right.
And then live, we just use tapes.
Oh, I see. Okay. And Jerry's not even here anymore. He's just makes little appearances
No,
just
he's
to kind
there
of.
most of the time, but occasionally, you know, he's, like I said before, he's lazy. So
Yeah.
we occasionally will just have to have somebody out of the audience get up on the drums, because pretty much anybody can do his job.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what I try to tell him, that I think what he brings is aesthetics. But even sometimes that's not even him on the drums at the concert. It's
No.
it's like a mop or something.
No, we paint a white face and shoot a projection, and people think it's him.
Oh, God, you even had me fooled,
Well, we've been doing it a long time.
Yeah. Because he was trying to sell me on this whole thing that his instruments are like his hand and feet. Not that he was talking about kickboxing.
Well, we'll talk about that in private, but he's not referring to drums.
Yeah. I didn't. I was just the delusions that he has. Now, there is one thing I thought that was very, very interesting. The reason why we are standing instead of sitting like last time is because there's actually no room to sit down. And the reason why that is what's going on here, Mr. Tabor?
I've been here for about 16 hours. I think I made the mistake of using the Mutron, and the Ultravibe got really ticked off about it. And before I knew it, the pedals got angry, and I have not been able to move.
And like these cables, did you like were you like rocking out in front of the mirror kind of
I'm not
thing?
even
Or
going to tell you where this is plugged in, but I can't do anything about it. It's painful.
so this is you're kind of going to be staying here.
I'm going to be here for the duration.
So is it true also too that the other guys, including Michael, aren't even they can't even come in here?
Went ahead and moved into the adjoining room because I started smelling after a few hours. I can't go home and take.
Okay, so again, so why don't we pan over here just for a second? I know you can't move, so I'll have to do this for you, Mr. Tabor. But all of this is hooked up to this, and this is a lab series, right?
No, that's a lab.
That's
series.
the lab series. There it is. Thank you. It says lab series on it.
Yes, it does.
And so talk a little bit about. You can just point. Since we have this camera right here, you can point. This has a lot of meaning for you.
Well, it's the amp that the Lab Series L5 was an amp that I used along with a Strat Elite that was a very unique one, a very unique sounding one that was used for the first 4 albums for that kind of distinctive guitar tone. Do you remember this guy? He's been retired for years.
Oh my God! I don't think I've actually ever played. Did it make the record?
Oh, it's on almost everything.
It is.
Through the lab.
Jesus!
That's right. Heaviest.
This is heavier than my Les Paul.
It's
man.
the heaviest guitar I've ever owned.
And you used to just drag that around for years.
It killed me, man. It was such a beast.
And now talk about how much you look forward to when strangers approach you and want to have a very lengthy conversation about your gear.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I have nothing but time for that.
Right. And it's so giving of you, to do that.
I'm a giving person.
Well, I always thought it was good.
I work out all of Jerry's parts for him, and I give him the credit.
God, I mean, when people find this out, because you kind of get a bit of a bad rep as being this kind of cranky, kind of, people think you're kind of cranky.
Well, I just like to keep to myself and not brag about how good I am. I don't like to talk about how good I am all the time. I just am.
Well, it's about time that came out. So, anything you'd like to have the people know about this record, or assuming that you're finally going to get free of this at some point?
Just that, as usual, Jerry will not play a note on it.
Well, and here's something else too. Since they've had to move out and having to literally phone their parts in, it couldn't be any worse as much as he phoned it in last time.
Well, it kind of doesn't matter what he does.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to end up playing all of the parts anyway.
What about Doug? Is Doug in on this at all, or?
Well, I do Doug's parts too.
Oh, that's right. Would you like to show me that?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
We'll do that next week
Yeah.
when I get away from this.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Yes. Well, I could just hand you a bass, and while you're standing.
Okay.
Okay. So can we get a bass here, and you really can do this standing up?
I don't know, man. I've never played a guitar standing up.
And what's so funny too is that you're so ambidextrous. Even though this is left-handed, you can.
Left-handed, is it not?
Yeah, but you can do it right-handed though. Yeah.
See, even that.
Golly, is that even Doug's voice?
No.
Man, golly, I feel like such a fool all this time. But in back of my mind, I feel like I kind of always knew. Kind of like the Santa Claus thing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Thank you, Santa. I appreciate it. So goodbye, friends. Is it okay to wave? They're not going to like explode or anything here?
Whatever you would like.
Okay. All right. Hey.
They have their own wheel.
Well, if I make it out of here alive, King's X coming your way. Week 5, one more to go, right? Maybe longer. Okay.